Let go of fear, you're holding the fire smoldering. It's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I'm in for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need. Oh, it's a breakneck speed. Might as well enjoy the ride. The air around exploding, it won't slow me down. I say it ain't so. Whoa, whoa.
All right, here we go. It is Auto Club Speedway, round number 7 of the TI Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series season from this 2-mile Auto Club Speedway. We welcome you in on this Tuesday evening. I am the captain. We hope you have had a good Tuesday. It is pretty late at night, and I wanted to get this broadcast in for the drivers because, well, one, I've been trying to do it for a couple weeks now, but two, we finally get an opportunity, and with the off season started, well, it gives me a chance on a Tuesday night to do it, and of course it's a Tuesday night. I work late, so that's fine. It is what it is, because it's about these guys, and I promise you, you're going to see a good show here tonight at Auto Club Speedway. So you see the starting lineup rolling across the top of the field. Logan Hamilton getting the pole, Stephen Miles there on his outside, Christopher Dean there in row 2 with Ronald Piles having a great qualifying lap there. So 17 trucks are about to start this race as they roll down the back straightaway here. Let's take a look at the point standings entering this race tonight. Of course, this is the points after Gateway. Stephen Miles leads over Nick Leo by 11. Tim Averill, third in points. Zach Mertes, Christopher Dean, Drayton Cook, Lewis Berger, Dalton Wilson, and Ronald Piles is your top 10 in points. Now, Lewis, again, is not here tonight. And Scala is actually filling in the 111 truck. But put that out there now. Not that it's going to matter here shortly, but we're going to put that out there now. 80 laps, 160 miles, and 45% fuel. I'm sorry, it's 40% tonight. It's 45 at Talladega. For the race here at Auto Club Speedway is Logan Hamilton. Stephen Miles will lead them to the green flag here at Auto Club Speedway. Here we go, round number 7 of the Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series. And of course, our cameras tonight, as always, presented by TrackCams22.com. You can check them out online on Facebook and in the iRacing forums. They are at TrackCams22.com. As Hamilton off to the lead, and Ronald Piles with some big issues. From the 4th position, Ronald, no caution for this, but his truck is having all kinds of issues. I mean, his hood is gone bananas. What happened to the 68 in turn 1? Starts 4th and unfortunately doesn't make it into turn 1. Let's see, gets a little loose there. Then he gets real loose and bam! Trucks had to scatter everywhere. And he never got turned sideways, so there's no caution. And we stay green. That was a hell of a lick. All right. Action already after lap 1. And it will be Logan Hamilton leading over Stephen Miles, Dean Mertes, and Leo. Like I said, unfortunately, a little bit of a smaller field here tonight, but that is okay. Field spread out now after that last accident. The draft going to play a big role here at Auto Club Speedway as always. Of course, handling will come into play, I think, later in the run, but right now it is all about getting yourself into... Oh, and right there, Dean gets the wall. Here comes Leo to his outside. Dean able to use the draft to fight through it and hold on to that third position. Let's real quickly pop up the race information. I mentioned the 80 laps here tonight, 78 degrees, 55% humidity. We will work our way into the nighttime before this thing is over with. Working our way into the sunset right now, 77 the track temp. So Piles did take his truck behind the wall as Hamilton continues to lead. Got about 7 trucks, if you want to count Fight there, 1.4 seconds back. He is hanging on to this draft, and you got a second pack, about 2.9 seconds back here with Jake Vanoski and Jace Lafort and Scala, Steven Melnick, and those guys back here. Four laps in, as I mentioned, with the fuel here. I think it's about 14 laps or so on a tank. So you're going to see multiple pit stops in this race with 3 sets of tires. Who knows what you could see? Obviously, a lot of tire strategy going to come into play. That's the one thing we can guarantee. There is Fight, and as I mentioned, the battle here. Vanoski's falling back into the hands of Jace Lafort. Scala there with him. Jeremy Berger there in that 2 truck there, trying to catch up with these 3. As you see, Lafort and Scala going to go outside of the 007 of Vanoski and make the pass here for positions to move him up to those guys up to 8th and 9th early in this race. As Mertes putting some pressure on Hamilton up here at the front. The high lane later on in the run here becomes the way to go around this track. I mean, you can use the bottom, but it's very tough to do. Top 7 have separated themselves away from the field. Mentioned Piles on pit road. Looks like Dallas Childers and Clement Downing, those guys, along with Dalton Wilson, who I believe just missed that record. Maybe got a little bit of damage, not sure. But those guys with Melnick about 6 seconds back. Ethier trying to work his way up to the back end of Jeremy Berger. A lot of guys trying to work the draft and them up here towards the front. That incident there definitely separated out the field. You'll see everybody running the different grooves. As Mertes looks topside, not able to make a move yet. Leo looking there also. How about that truck up there in 4th position? Jason Clark there in the 69. As I've been saying all year, the dueling 69 trucks. The 069 of Nick Leo, the 69 of Clark. Lap time's already fallen off about 0.8 of a second here and 9 laps in. Look at Clark send it down there on the bottom side. Oh, trouble on the back straight. Oh, Scala hard into the wall. Holy cow, no caution. That truck's all but destroyed. Hey, hit the wall again, why don't you, dummy? What caused this to happen? That truck's all broken. What I didn't show you was the slide job I accidentally gave Lafort. Just to explain, oh, right there, Vanoski come down. I accidentally gave a slide job to I was just trying to help, actually, more the 19 truck, and drove it too deep in and hit him. It literally went across his nose. So I was trying to give these positions back, actually. I was trying to let Lafort and those guys back ahead and slide back up, just kind of be respectful and stuff. And, well, there were some issues. So, there's my karma right there. We continue on. Who cares? Enough about me. Back to the race. Tyler, what? He's big weapon. That's Tyler Brewer, by the way. I'm slipping names here. Casey, I got to respond to your message. Oh, look at that crabby guy down there on the bottom left side, or right side, whatever that is. It's funny as somebody actually keyed the mic there and said, dude, you're kind of broken. I was like, yep, no kidding. So Hamilton's still holding off Mertz right now. Nick Leo, Stephen Miles, Jason Clark, your top five. David Feit's done a good job hanging in there, keeping himself within about a second and a half of this lead battle. Jeremy Berger's worked his way up to 8th. Kyle Ethier now 9th. As those two have kind of paired up to work together. There's that rack lead number 25 of Kyle Ethier. The two of Jeremy Berger. The 111 is always a weapon. Always. No matter who's driving it. So front pack, got about 4.5 seconds or so on the second pack of trucks. Vanoski, they're a part of that. Melnick 6.5 back, and we should see pit stops. How about right now? Pit stops coming on the track. Logan Hamilton, Zach Mertz, David Feit to pit road, along with Jeremy Berger, Jace Lafort, Jake Vanoski, Dalton Wilson. A lot of guys coming to pit road here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw some promising news out there for those who are running next season. You're going to kind of feel an old school look to this league next season. So if you remember how it was back in the day, you're really going to enjoy the racing then. So everybody should be fuel only, I think, here for the most part. Let's see if anybody goes tires. Yep, fuel. Everybody so far. Dalton Wilson getting damage fixed maybe. So yeah, fuel only for everybody here. And you see all those guys leave pit road. You see Miles and the rest of them come to pit road. And as always, you see the Captain Esports Network always trying to improve our broadcast. And, well, we even put a map up there for those to watch pit stops here. Yes, I stole the idea from TV. Because sometimes you just got to steal things. Leaders are in. Clement Downing leaving. And you see the pack of trucks coming through the front stretch there at full speed. There goes the first truck of Logan Hamilton, the Atlanta Braves truck. Turn It Up has actually been an original idea. Back when I did the Captain TV, what did that cone do to you, Dean? Back when I did Captain TV, it was actually a segment I called Wide Open, believe it or not. And I did do that segment back then. I don't remember if I had actual Crank It Up cameras, though. That's what I don't remember. Like now I do, obviously. Now, basically, back in the day, Case, this series was like, you had 2 sets of tires, you had, I think it was like 40% fuel, and the races were actually shorter than what they're doing now. Like, this would have been like a 60-lap race. And I always thought those were the better races because it literally was all, I mean, not that this is all strategy, but it made it to where you had to go. There was no, like, sitting back and kind of letting this race play its part before you go get the win or whatever. It's, I mean, you had to go. All right, so after pit stops, Hamilton, Miles, Mertes, Leo, Dean, your top 5. Fight still 6, but you see the field a little more spread out now. Everybody, according to my timing and scoring, took fuel only here. So that would probably set up everybody to come take tires, maybe if we stay green to lap 28. As Dallas Childers comes to pit road, unscheduled pit stop there for the guy that made the suggestion I should put a... Man, what? Let me read the Discord channel here. He made a suggestion for me about maybe... Because I'm always looking for ways to improve the stream and stuff. And he had an interesting idea in chat. Where did he put... the secret to YouTube success is making a shocked face and then put it on the thumbnail of the video. And then place a cute kitten beside of it. A what? Yeah, anyways. I digress. Dallas, thanks for your input, buddy. I did look at some other options. I looked at Kick. I actually formed a channel on there, but I was like, yeah, nah. Decided not to go that route. Stick and just going with YouTube, going with obviously the Facebook pages, and then I've actually joined. Oh, Martez into the wall now, so the tire wear is starting to come into play. But actually, I have went in and literally joined about 100 different iRacing groups on Facebook. So they're getting spammed with links. Back here, Jason Clark, side by side with Ethia there. You see Clark on the top side. Clark with the Brewer paint scheme on there. I just caught there in the back. The old KY Brewer machine. Oh, Jesus. Well, consider I'm going to be doing a little bit more stuff with those guys. Probably not a good idea. I'm already trying to figure out like what I'm going to do with my new TikTok. Which first thing I need to do is learn how to TikTok. Because like I see all these filters and things, and like I accidentally hit one earlier, and like my eyes had like a very light shade of purple makeup and lashes. I'm like, oh no. And I think I've got an idea of what I want to do with that, since I can't do live like streams like this yet until I get to 1,000, which don't know if I see that happening anytime soon. So I was like, maybe I'll do race recaps. It'd be kind of cool to do. Just kind of do like a chat maybe or something, like just whatever. I don't know. Good battle here though. Ethier holding the bottom side on Clark. The truck is one of those vehicles, by the way, you can actually hear if you wanted to at Auto Club. It's probably very hard to do now with the top being a way to go. You could put it down there on the apron in 3 and 4. and get the same kind of grip. So Clark did complete the pass. There's Jeremy Berger in a 2 truck. Hamilton's pretty much led all the green flag laps here so far. I always felt that the trucks never got their fair opportunity at this track. I mean, they put on some good shows back in the late 90s into 2000s at this track. With some great races. Speaking of great races, Hamilton under attack. Here comes Miles, who drives it all the way down to San Bernardino to try to make this pass. Borderline San Jose. Logan Hamilton showed up a couple weeks ago at the road courses. One at Watkins Glen, one at the Red Bull Ring. Became the first driver to, or second driver, I should say. Drayton Cook was the first earlier this season to sweep a weekend. But Logan won the Tuesday Gen 4 race at Auto Club. So if Logan can win this race tonight, he'd be the first to do it twice in one season. Miles trying to put a damper on that one as these two battle for the lead. Nick Leo up there in third with Dean right there with him. Mertes not far behind either. Of course, David Feit has dropped back to 4 seconds almost with Berger and Ethier and Clark. Bonoski, Melnick, Wilson, LaForte has fallen back to 13th. Not sure what happened to the 19. Clement Downing is about to go a lap down. Dallas Childers 2 laps down. And, well, we all know where the guy in the 111 is. And the 68 car, he's still trying to figure out what happened in turn 1. Like, he literally, honestly, when Ronald and I talked after the race, he's like, I honestly have no clue what happened to my truck. Maybe it was a weeper. I don't know. All right, so we should be about a lap or two away from the second round of pit stops. We complete 26 laps in the Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series. It gives me a opportunity here as you see Miles trying every kind of move here to get around the 12. Even going to try to use the pick. As actually Logan Hamilton's going to come to pit road here. So let the second round begin. And I would expect tires at this stop. Only because you've got 28 laps now. You go 28 from here is 56 would be your second set. And then 56 and 28 gets you to, what, 72 for the third set. So everybody looks like fairly well into the pit stall here. And you see Logan's truck lift up, right sides are on. So it is 4 tires and fuel for all these drivers. Nick Leo with a good stop there. Or was that Dean? I can't tell. The sun's in my eyes. Never point a camera directly into the sun. Hello. That is Leo, by the way, coming off pit road. Zach Mertes, David Feitberger, Vinoski coming off pit road. And now Miles and Dean and all those guys on pit road. As Miles pulls away, good stop there. Good stop for Dean. Actually, not so good of a stop for Miles. 15 flat. Everybody else in the 14s. Dean 16.5, so maybe getting some damage fixed. Stephen, oh, Melnick, that's not how you do it. Melnick is wrecked over here at pit road entrance. He about hit where Denny Hamlin hit a few years ago when he broke his back in the incident with Joey Logano. See what happens to Melnick here. He gets a little awkward there off. Oh, rear brake. That's a tough situation there as we continue on. There's your new leader again, Logan Hamilton, back out front. And he'll have about, what, 3/4 of a second now. Nick Leo will be second after a good pit stop. And then Stephen Miles will now fall to the 3rd position. And I was starting to bring this up before the pit stops happened here, but you can check out MarionCDJR.com. And you can check out the 0 through 44 sales event. It's Western North Carolina's largest selection of new Ram trucks. So you can come in while the deals last at Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Check them out at MarionCDJR.com, and you can even purchase online. You don't have to worry about being like in Marion, North Carolina, or close to Asheville. You can be right here where I'm at in Gainesville, Georgia, or where Carrington is there in Nashtucky, Tennessee, or even where Tyler Brewer is up there in Canada. Leo has gotten to the back of Hamilton here. So clean and green here so far. 31 laps about to be in the books. We're almost to halfway already in this race. Told you it'd be a good one. Ask me how I know it was going to be a good one. Jeremy Berger getting to the back of David Feit here. Jeremy running up here on the Larson line. Going to get a pretty good run off here, I think. Now, the Talladega broadcast for this series here, I actually got to reach out to somebody to see if they have it. I actually had to work last Tuesday night, believe it or not, just like tonight. And got to get that race broadcasted hopefully next Tuesday. So Berger gets around Feit for 6th. So Jeremy's done a great job all the way up from 14th to 6th. All under the green flag here. Zach Mertes has reappeared. He's in 4th here. Had a little bit of damage earlier from a contact with the wall, but they're 4.5 seconds back. He and Dean are right now. Dean making an aggressive move topside. J-Dubs, what's up, buddy? With the crossover is Dean. And see if Dean tries to slide here. Should mention this for Mertes. If you don't get a chance, if you haven't had a chance to, I know Mertes does some of the Legends racing they've been doing over at Charlotte Motor Speedway, the Summer Series. You can go give Mertes a little check out on Flow if you have a subscription. So Miles has got it back down to 3/4 of a second after his rough pit stop there. Nick Leo holding strong about 2/10 back, but it's been the Logan Hamilton show here so far. As we're about 5 laps from the halfway point, sun's starting to set. You see where we are right now still. It's the fun part about doing a broadcast that is not live. The date apparently were January 1st, 1970. Somebody fire up Forrest Gump. There's no time apparently. We're at midnight. 78 degrees, partly cloudy, and 73 is the track temp. Call of Duty 8675309, whoever you are. Yes, a yellow would make the race interesting. Mertes trying to one-up Dean on the outside pass. Not able to do so. Watching a couple battles here because Leo's really starting to put pressure on Hamilton up front. See the shade really starting to come in. I'm running 10th. All right, so Kyle Ethier apparently is the Call of Duty 8675309 guy. Good to see Kyle Ethier out here. Enjoying the Bring Me 111 back. There are some facts to that, actually. Classic middle school name? What? Oh, wait, your Call of Duty name? That was your middle school name? God, you're making me feel old. Call of Duty wasn't even around when I was in middle school, I don't think. We were playing, what were we playing then? James Bond, maybe? Trying to think. Middle school for me, that's 2000... No, that's like 98, 99. Pong. Look at you. Gee, with the jokes. Pitfall, Frogger, pole position. Hey, battle for the lead here, by the way. Space. Yes, I do remember that. That's wow. What a callback. Actually, it's funny. There's I don't know if it's still open or not. There's a place in Vero where I grew up in Florida. God, of course, the restaurant name slips my head. The ooh, slider by Logan there to hold on to the lead. Oh my gosh, they had great burgers. It's like a burger joint. Right there at 60 and 43rd, just south of Dodgertown, of the baseball stadium. How do I not remember this? That's very disappointing. Anyways, they had a Pac-Man. The old school Pac-Man that was like all flat. And you had to... Yeah, it was pretty tricky. Oh my gosh, if somebody's listening from Florida, from that area right now, and they're going to kill me for not remembering the name of this place. Quick Snack? Quick. Oh my gosh. It was just, that was a classic place in that town. It was literally, if you drove, obviously the LA Dodgers played spring training in Vero. So the Vero Beach Dodgers played there and stuff. But like, you'd leave the stadium and go right down to this to the burger joint. It was right there. Now one quick bite. Yes, here we go, more pit stops. All three of the leaders going to come in this time. Maybe it was Quick Snack. I would say I could test my phone out and see if they know, but... Looks like fuel only for everybody here. Hamilton actually goes 4 tires. Oh! Here's the first twist in the race. Logan Hamilton going with the 4 freshies here against them. So Miles and Leo got to get out ahead as Dean, Clark, and Ethier come to pit road. For some reason, I think it was Quick Snack, actually. I always remember getting like the double cheeseburger when I ate there. Let me see if it's still open. I'm going down to the... I'm on maps right now, going down to... No, that's fine. They called Jackie Robinson Training Complex. That makes sense. I hope that's actually right. See, I don't think it's open because on the corner now is a place called Nino's Corner Italian Restaurant. And that looks a lot different than what I'm used to seeing. There was a laundromat right next to it, literally. Yep, the laundromat's still there, but it's not there anymore. It's a place called Nino's now. That's disappointing to hear. Oops. So Steve Miles takes the lead now. He's got about a second on Nick Leo. Logan Hamilton 3.6 back. We'll have to look at some lap times here now. Logan almost a full second faster now on these tires. As Dean comes to pit road. Yeah, they was called Quick Snack as I think about it now. That just ruined my night. Not that work's already ruined my whole entire freaking day. Partially life, but that's a whole nother story. That kind of irritated me. That's an old staple. Another reason not to go back to Florida. All right, Kyle Ethier running in the 6th position right now. There he is in the Matt DiBenedetto paint. He tries to chase down the Clark KY truck. He's got, ironically, Jeremy Berger chasing him in the 7th position. You can see all the trucks that have had some issues here with the pit stops. Vinosky there 11th, Melnick, Childers, Downing. David Feit still on pit road. Not sure what has happened to him. And look at Berger, topside Charlie with a squeezer. Into the wall he goes. I think he surprised Dean with that move. I think he was singing some Foreigner when he made that move. Can you take me high enough? Berger's going to probably wish he didn't make that move. Maybe he could have been a little bit more patient, but understand, we've been caution-free here in 45 laps. You're 13 seconds back. You kind of got to go. Melnick still on pit road. And Ethier and Clark now battle for the 15th time. Up front, here come the fresh tires. Oh, I'm surprised. I'm sure it surprised Dean. Hell, it surprised me, and I didn't even see the move until right then. Now, am I surprised that Dean didn't give him more than 3 inches of space? No. So Hamilton is going to drive away now from these guys with fresh tires. So this move here basically from Hamilton, I think, is to try to stretch out the advantage he has. So that when the others take tires, he might be able to kind of just hang out there. Yeah, he's going to get caught, but can he make up the time? Can they make up the time for them to catch him? Oh, Dallas about hit Mertz. That wouldn't have been good. The field's all spread out now. Let's show you where everybody is here on the track. Is Hamilton leads, and you see him coming up on the back of Christopher Dean. So Dean with a rough pit stop or something there, as he's going to go a lap down. Stephen Miles running second. Hey, look, that 111's back on track. Uh-oh. Nick Leo running in the third position in the 69 truck. 069 truck. Zach Mertez running fourth. He is about 7 seconds back in the O2 as he tries to draft up there and catch Vanoski in that 007. You know, as I think about this more now, middle school time, see, I was, at that point, when I was in middle school, I was doing a lot of, like, Madden, college football, obviously NBA stuff. I mean, whatever sports game was best at that time, we were playing it. Me and my buddy down in Florida, wrestling. So, like, first-person shooters, we didn't really do. But I remember, like, I remember GoldenEye, 007, when that came out on N64. I remember Tomb Raider, obviously, when that came out. Madden 05 with the cheat code that is known as Michael Vick. Wait a minute. Do we have a sighting of Cam Ingram? Oh, look at a 111 being nice. Getting out of the way. What a guy. Classy move. Superstar status. So Hamilton's put 5.5 seconds on Miles. Leo 6.5 back. Zach Mertez. See, I don't remember any Call of Duty games being out at that point. So I remember Call of Duty more when I was getting in. Well, you know what? Yeah, because there was what was it, Rising Sun, which was one of my favorites actually, because of that was the one where you actually woke up in Pearl Harbor as they were getting hit by Japan, and you actually got to do D-Day, I think it was too. Yeah, right. Oh, somebody got turned sideways back here. Whoa, what a save. Was it? Somebody about turned Clement. Oh, and Clement still... Clement slide job Zach accidentally. Oh, geez. As Dean comes back to pit road, so does Stephen Miles. So on pit road, those guys go. Alright, so I don't like to do this live, but I'm going to show everybody this. We all owe Casey Carrington, who, by the way, is War in chat here, a thank you. Casey brought this idea to me a while back. I'm going to show it to you. And I do it every single time now. So if you ever notice that in the broadcast, the lights, when the lights come on, I make the screen brighter. This is because of Casey. He taught me this. Ta-da! Good job, Case. If I ever owe you a thank you for anything, that was it. One of these days, we're going to do a throwback race, and I'm going to use those settings, which will probably ruin the rest of my eyesight I have left. So Mertez is in. not the camera packs. New view. Now these remind me yet, and you can see how long of a day I've had. Yes, actually, those are very valid points, Casey. Thank you for the camera packs on the Gen 4s. The new viewers that he has brought me, 2 of them, and the hundreds of dollars. Yeah, thank you to the sponsor and to Kyle Hall. And Casey even included me on a bingo chart too. That was awesome. Anytime somebody dropped an F-bomb on my stream, which seemed to happen every week, and still does. Oh, Clark off the pace here. Not sure what's going on with that thing. That thing looks all kinds of broken. Facts. What the? I mean, I can't tell if he's got a flat right front tire or if his... What in the world is going on here? I think he actually did blow a tire, though. Hey, Ethier leads. He's on pit road now. Oh, Ether, that's not how you do it, buddy. Thank you guys for being here, by the way, because it's keeping me, like... You did lead a lap. I was so tired when I got home, and I'm like, all right, I need to get this done for these people because they deserve to watch this and see this. You guys have done a great job to keep me going here. Wasn't that towards the end, if I remember correctly? Because I remember you saying something. Clark just jumped the pit road, so he's out. So Leo now trying to chase Mertes down as I'm looking over here now at the pit times just now from those pit stops. As we're coming up to 20 laps to go, it looks like everybody was 4 tires on that one. So everybody's pretty much been on the same strategy. The difference here is Logan Hamilton, I believe, went with his 3rd set of tires at that last stop. So now he is banking on at this next pit stop to be the last one. And for him to, well, pretty much say, hey, come catch me if you can now. As Leo underneath Mertes will take the 3rd spot. So Nick 2nd in points, looking to try to get some ground on Miles. By the way, Mr. Ethier, I noticed you popped up into somebody's Discord this week. Is Kyle Ethier going to be the new... And only Casey will get this joke. Is Kyle Ethier going to be the new... what's his name? Oh, gosh. How can I do a joke like this if I fail it miserably? The 11 car. Is Kyle Ethier the new Matthew Weeks of your series case? Something to think about there. Let's just say Kyle can be very boisterous. So Hamilton leads by 7.8 seconds. Nick Leo third. Mertz is fourth. Berger fifth. So 7 trucks on the lead lap. How about Dalton Wilson is held on? I mean, Dalton was all but in that wreck, I think. And that is a pretty, well, kind of messed up with the spec map, but cool paint scheme. Uh-oh. Kyle's got a sponsor. Look out, boys. It's time to have them sign a paperwork or something that says you're allowed to speak your mind. Don't we all? I still do, even off the air. People have no clue, like, when Lewis and I talk about, like, if we're off the air, and hell, when we get a chance to actually talk to each other, to be honest with you. I will say this, we did finish up the schedule. I think we're finished. There's one thing I actually have to go and do, and I'll probably end up doing that tomorrow night. There's one thing I have to test. And if it works out as Melnick gets the wall again there, if it works out, then the schedule will be done. Oh, who signed up? The Miles is starting to fall off here, so I wonder if his tires are giving way here, or if... I know he's trying to work with Dean here to maybe catch Hamilton in the draft, but the more Miles falls back, the more time Hamilton buys to potentially save from the flank. And here comes Miles to pit road. So Miles is coming in to get the tires. So at this point, this means that Leo's got, he had what was it, 8 seconds when he came to pit road there, or Hamilton had an 8-second lead on Miles. So add on what's going to be whatever the time that it takes to take 4 tires compared to none. So he should have about a 15-second lead or so when pit stops are done here. Interesting little game of cat and mouse, if you will. And just because he spoiled it for us, boys, we're going to go sit on Kyle Ethier. Oh, no! Too much rear brake. So for those who are watching, getting ready for Daytona this week in that series, take notes. You might not want to be behind the 25 when he comes to pit road, or the 60 or whatever. Mertz is on pit road. He's got Nick Leo there in front of him now, so Mertz is going to try to get his last set of tires here and have a good pit stop. Unlike Ethier, 10.4 there, fuel only, and probably a new set of underbritches. Oh, and there's Zach over his pit stall a little bit. And fuel only for Zach, I think that was. I thought I saw his right side lift up. Here comes Hamilton. Probably. That would make sense. I mean, you try to get everything you can. And there, Logan tops it off, 7.3 as he pulls away, so... Well, you know one thing... Not saying I'm perfect. Obviously, I'm far from it. But I'll admit it. I don't shift coming to pit road. I will not shift down until I'm on pit road at speed. And that's because I try to take away every potential negative thing that can happen coming on the pit road. You know, because obviously shifting at a speed can cause you to spin or having too much rear brake or anything like that. So my goal is to hit a mark where I know I can get to the speed limit, and at that point I'm at speed, coasting, throw it to the gear, throw it to second gear or whatever. I mean, does it hurt me? Probably, but at least I know it keeps me from doing what you just did there. But hey, it happens to everybody. Hamilton leads by, let's see, it's going to be close to 12 seconds as Miles gets around Leo with the undercut. So 11 laps in 12 seconds. Can Hamilton hold off 4 tires from Stephen Miles? If Hamilton can do it, it'll be the second win and second sweep of a weekend for that 12 car. And for Miles, looking to extend what would be the points lead. As again, if everything goes well, we'll plan the Talladega broadcast Tuesday night next week. Hopefully Lewis and I will have all the answers set out. We're going to actually meet. We were supposed to meet tonight, but... Well, that's because you had roughly, 51 laps on the next person in line? Let's see where everybody runs now. So Hamilton, obviously Leo, and then actually, believe it or not, we got a battle here starting to shape up. Leo and Mertes. Matter of fact, that battle's over with because Leo just drove away with the 4 fresh tires. So Mertes, Berger, and then Kyle Ethier's 21 seconds back, and the last one on the lead lap in 6th position. And what has turned out to be a caution-free event here. At Auto Club Speedway. Appreciate you guys hanging out tonight. I would say if there's any new viewers, you can hit subscribe, but I'm pretty sure the 4 of you are not new subscribers. If you are, hit subscribe, please. Down to 10 seconds. We might have a battle here for 5th before it's over with. I'll let you in on the secret here. Yeah, I'm on pit road right now. Hey, fuel only. I actually had planned on parking this truck laps ago. I was going to run literally until I knew that, I think it was Fight couldn't pass me or whatever, and then he parked his truck. And right before, like, I come to pit road there to stop, Clark falls out, and he leaves the race. And I'm like, oh, there's another position. So I stayed out and ran the rest of the race. So it's funny, I'll go ahead and spoil this. I passed Clark on the last lap. So Ethier inside a Berger. And he'll make the pass, so top 5 for Kyle Ethier. Lead still at 10 seconds here. As a matter of fact, it is kind of stretched out a little bit as Miles lets Leo go by, so... I think, did Miles get the wall? Because he is all of a sudden off the pace here. Oh, you know, oh, I see what happened here. Miles pitted at lap 65, 15 laps to go. So guess who's short on fuel potentially? The 7 truck. I just caught that out of the corner of my eye. What lap he pitted on? Everybody else, 66, 67, 68, and 69. He pitted at 65. Well, one truck shut the engine off right in front of Logan. Who taught Dallas how to shut a truck off? So now Leo's got to find a way to make up 9.5 seconds in 4 laps, which is like, what, 2.5 seconds a lap? 2 1/4, something like that. Three laps to go. So Miles has fallen into the clutches of Melnick there, and then right behind him is going to be Zach Mertez here. Can he hold off Mertez? Now, they both have the... Mertez actually has older tires than Miles here, but again, does Miles have enough fuel? He's drafting off people, which is the right thing to do. I wish iRacing would fix that left front tire. That like annoys the hell out of me. Yeah, didn't you get into the session like a minute before it started? The race did? So Hamilton going to come off turn 4 and see the white flag this time by. How about this? Going to be a caution-free race, and Logan Hamilton on the final lap as he has chopped his way, if you will, to victory lane potentially. And for those who used to watch Atlanta Braves baseball back in the heyday, how about a little Chip Carey impersonation? And the Braves win. Just for you. Or Skip Carey. Yeah, one of them Careys. Wasn't Jim Carey or Drew Carey. Logan Hamilton, first driver this season to sweep 2 weekends as he wins at Auto Club in the Trucks. Second win in 3 races. By 6.7 seconds. Miles gets back to 3rd. Mertez and Kyle Ethier end up the top 5. In a caution-free race. How about that? Yeah, he did. And he did it the weekend of the road courses and then this one. But you know what? Remember who almost won that Tuesday race? I'm just saying. I can't. And by the way, I thought Logan was out of gas there. Yeah, if I'd have done better like Miles did there, I might have won that Tuesday night race. But, hey, that's the way it goes. Oh, I just got the Hank Aaron sticker on the front. That's cool. That race went about as quick as a Greg Maddux game back in the 90s. If you never had a chance to watch a Greg Maddux pitch game when he was with the Braves, there were days where World's Wildest Police Chases would run for like 3 hours straight because Maddux would throw like a 1 hour and 20-minute complete game shutout on somebody. Basically all I did there, Kyle, it's kind of where I beat myself up, is in that run, if you remember, if you go back in that race, there was three stints of green flag racing at the end. From the second stint on, I saved fuel the whole time. If I'd have saved from the beginning of that run, who knows what would have been different. I mean, not necessarily saying I'd have won, but might have had enough fuel to go for a while. But all I was doing, because the Gen 4 car is so much easier to save fuel in than a truck is, because this truck has so much drag. You let off the throttle, you lose 10 miles an hour of speed just like that. Where the Gen 4 car, I mean, I was clutching almost at pit wall, if not earlier, and I would just let it roll into the corner and roll and roll and roll and finally go back to the throttle. Alright, so let's put the standings up here of who finished where tonight. So Logan Hamilton wins, Nick Leo second, and then Miles getting third, Mertes and Kyle Ethier your top five. And while we do that, let me actually jump over here into SimRacer Hub. Grab my little snipping mechanism. Save button, arc of points, and we should, as you saw that all go through, let me hit this button. We should have the updated points now. Yep, there it is. So there's the updated points as we go into the Talladega race. Stephen Miles leads by 10 over Nick Leo, Zach Mertes, Chris Dean, Tim Abril, your top five. How about Abril, fifth in points, didn't even make the race tonight. Berger jumps to 6th, Dalton Wilson, Drayton Cook, Kyle Ether, Ronald Piles, 10th. How about Logan Hamilton? 2 starts, and the man's top 15 in points. That's how you do it right there. So, all right. I am going to go eat something and go to bed. So, thank you guys for hanging out. Appreciate it. And let's go from there. And I know, like I said, next Tuesday night we'll get this broadcast on. And yeah, I should be on Thursday. I might even be on tomorrow night. We'll see. But anyways, appreciate everybody watching. Let's go enjoy our evening. And always remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya.
And now the wait is over. The nerves have taken their toll. Ooh. Let go.